Okay, so let's start with the basic thing. Talking about nucleus. So, nucleus is the control center of the cell. Mitochondria is known as the powerhouse of the cell. So, its function is the production of energy by the synthesis of ATP. Golgi apparatus. Its function is secretion of macromolecules from the cell via exocytosis. So exocytosis is the means transporting something outside the cell. Like Golgi apparatus function is to packaging, isn't it? Packaging of the lipids and the proteins and then transporting it. So it is used for the purpose of transportation. Lysosomes, they are the main sites of intracellular digestion. They are the main sites of intracellular digestions. Okay, so we have earlier seen something about lysosomes, that what are their functions. So lysosomes, they are also known as the suicidal bag. Now I have told you in the earlier lectures that lysosomes, they used for the purpose of the breakdown of waste. Now the damaged cell organelles are processed in the lysosomes through the enzymes which are present in it. Basically, it degrades its own content. So it is the main site of intracellular digestion. Next is the vacuole. So it maintains the turgor pressure inside the plant cell. Its function is to maintain the turgor pressure inside the plant cell. Second, there's a question that the site of cellular respiration in eukaryotic cell is, you have to answer. So it is the mitochondria. Cellular respiration is for the purpose of respiration, production of energy. So also the mitochondria work is of production of energy. So the answer is mitochondria. And I have told you about the eukaryotic cell. Give that what are eukaryotic cells. So they have a well defined membrane bound nucleus, and the genetic material present can be DNA or RNA, and they are linear and is organized in the form of chromosomes. Next, we are going to talk about health and diseases. So, according to a WHO definition, health is the complete physical, mental, and social well being, and not merely the absence of disease. So, it is a definition which is given by WHO. Disease is a particular abnormal condition that negatively affects the structure or function of a part or all of the organism. It affects the structure or function of a part or all of the organism, and that is not due to any external injury. External injury means any accident or any injury if we get, so it does not come under disease. Next, we'll talk about the healthcare. So there are preventive healthcare and curative healthcare. Preventive healthcare, which can be prevented, before causing any disease, we can be prevented from it by vaccination, by sanitation, or by yoga and meditation for our mental health. Next is the curative healthcare, in which the disease is already caused, so it will be cured by medicines and drugs. Next, we are going to talk about congenital and acquired diseases. So congenital diseases, they are acquired since birth. बचपन से ही वो हमारे अंदर होता है, बट उसकी जो सिम्टम्स हैं वो कुछ टाइम बाद दिखना शुरू होती हैं. So it is acquired since birth. Acquired diseases, it is divided into infectious and non-infectious. So infectious diseases are caused by a pathogenic organisms. Pathogens are the disease causing organism. So infectious diseases are caused by a pathogenic organism, and non-infectious diseases are not caused by pathogenic organisms. Next, we talk about the mode of transmission of diseases. So it is through food, blood, vector, air, water, zoonotic. It is through animal vector like rabies, plagues, bird flu. Now, also through soil and fomite. Fomite is we acquire the disease through some non-living object. Okay. So waterborne diseases, if we talk about any waterborne diseases, so they are cholera, jaundice, and typhoid. There are many more, but these are the three which I am telling you. Next, we are going to talk about bacterial diseases. So in this we will talk the two, tuberculosis and leprosy, which is caused by mycobacterium. The drug used for the two is a common drug, which is rifampicin. this is used commonly for both, but for tuberculosis, one more drug is used along with rifampicin, which is isoniazid. Okay, so these are the two drugs which are used. Next, if we talk about tuberculosis, which is TB, so it can happen in organs other than lungs. के lungs के अलावा भी हमारे और भी body parts में organs में हो सकता है. So on they are divided into two categories, that is pulmonary TB and extrapulmonary TB. So pulmonary TB, it affects our lungs, and extrapulmonary TB, it can affect our bones, our brain, our intestines, any part of the body. Okay, some more example of bacterial disease can be anthrax, plague, tetanus, etc. Next is contagious disease. So what is contagious disease? Diseases which are spread by coming in contact. Now it spreads by coming in contact. So we can say that all contagious diseases are infectious, but all infectious diseases, they are not contagious. Okay, next we'll talk about viral diseases. So example of viral diseases caused by any virus, examples are AIDS due to HIV, human immunodeficiency virus, then chickenpox, polio, then hand, foot and mouth disease. So all these, there are many more examples. Next we are going to talk about hepatitis. So hepatitis is something which is associated with our liver. Now, so one thing we need to notice that the terms containing itis, now itis, it means inflammation. Itis means inflammation. So in this there should be inflammation in body, like sujan, matlab we can say swallow in the body. Okay, so there are hepatitis A, B, C, D and E. So there is a vaccine for hepatitis A and B, but there is no vaccine for C, D and E. Hepatitis A is caused due to food and water contamination, and B is caused due to blood and body fluids. For C, I have told you that no vaccine is there, and it is caused due to blood contact. D, it happens in cases which already have hepatitis B infection. So those people who already had hepatitis B, so in them there is a chance of hepatitis C to D to occur. E is also caused due to also water contamination. Okay, so this was all about viral diseases. Next we are going to see some questions. Okay, the question is that people drinking water from a shallow hand pump are likely to suffer from all the diseases except the options are A, cholera, B, jaundice, C, fluorosis and D, typhoid. So the answer is C, fluorosis, because rest 3, they are the waterborne diseases caused due to water contamination. Fluorosis is caused due to the excess of fluorine, and it leads to the decay of our teeth. Now, like in our toothpaste also fluorine or fluoride is present. So if there is excess of it, then this disease is called fluorosis. Next question is that which of these following diseases of milching animals are infectious? So milching animals are the milk producing animals. Options are A, foot and mouth disease, B, anthrax, C, blackwater and D, cowpox. So option is all the 4, because all the 4 are the infection diseases. Okay, blackwater is a bacterium disease caused due to Clostridium, is a bacterium Clostridium. Anthrax is also a bacterial disease, and foot and mouth disease, it happens in children. Okay, and all the type of poxes, chicken pox, smallpox, every type of pox, they are viral disease. So the answer is all 4. Next, which of the following is wrong? A option is hepatitis B virus is transmitted much like HIV. So this is a correct option, that hepatitis B, this is correct statement, that hepatitis B virus is transmitted much like HIV. C, globally the number of people infected by hepatitis B and C viruses are several times more than those infected by HIV. So this is also a correct option. D, some of those infected with hepatitis B and C do not show the symptoms for many years. This is also correct. So option B is wrong, which says that hepatitis B, unlike hepatitis C, does not have a vaccine. This is a wrong statement, because hepatitis B has a vaccine. Next, H1N1 virus caused virus. Okay, a very prevalent disease was the swine flu. And H1N1 is a protein. The name of the protein is H is hemagglutinin and N is neuraminidase. Okay, so these are the two proteins. Next is the fungi. So fungus is a eukaryotic and multicellular, and the disease cause are candidiasis, athlete's foot, ringworm. Protozoa, they are unicellular and eukaryotic. Diseases are amoebiasis and giardiasis. Helminthic disease. So helminthic disease are the hookworms, ascariasis and lymphatic filariasis. Okay. Next, we are going to talk about the vector-borne diseases. So there are three type of mosquitoes which cause the disease. The three mosquitoes are Aedes, Anopheles, and Culex. Aedes, they cause chikungunya, dengue, and Zika. Anopheles cause malaria, and Culex cause Japanese encephalitis. Okay. So in this vector-borne diseases, the vector carries the pathogens or the parasites which causes the disease, and the vectors can be like mosquitoes, mites, ticks, etc. Next, we are going to talk about malaria. So in this, we'll talk about Plasmodium. There is Vivex Plasmodium and Falciparum Plasmodium. In this, what happened, how malaria is caused, that female anopheles, it bite on the body and it pick up Plasmodium from the blood, and then it bites someone else and inject that Plasmodium in someone else's body. Means it acts as a carrier. No, like it infects first it infects the blood, then liver, then from liver to our blood, red blood cells, and from there, like from red blood cell, it matures and reproduce further. This red blood cell, it bursts, and when it bursts, then the person or the patient is suffer a high fever, very high fever. So this is the whole process of how malaria is caused. Next is the Zika. Zika is caused due to a vector through a blood transfusion or sexual contact or perinatal stage, means just before and after the birth of a child. So there are three stages: prenatal, perinatal, and postnatal. So there is a question that in the tropical region, Zika virus disease is transmitted by the same mosquito that transmit dengue. So it is correct. Second is that the sexual transmission of Zika disease is possible. Yes, it is. Next question is that which of the following diseases can be transmitted from one person to another through tattoo? Tattoos which make. So the options are chikungunya, hepatitis B, and AIDS. So the correct answer is hepatitis B and AIDS. So they can be caused due to the transmission. Okay. Next, we are going to see at least one disease which are caused because of all these sources. So vector causes chikungunya, air through air tuberculosis, water jaundice, food typhoid. Typhoid is caused due to food and water contamination both. Soil hookworm, also tetanus. Zoonotic, by zoonotic, the rabies, plague, bird flu. Fomite, chicken pox. So these things we have just seen right now. Next, we are going to talk about the non-communicable diseases. So it can be through deficiency diseases like deficiency of vitamins, minerals, and hormones. Okay, so as we have talked about the macronutrients are the carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, and our micronutrients are the vitamins and minerals. So minerals are further classified into macrominerals and minor minerals. Macrominerals are calcium, magnesium, potassium, sodium, chlorine, and phosphorus. Minor minerals are copper, iron, iodine, manganese, selenium, and zinc and fluoride. So as we all know that calcium, like if there should be a calcium present in the bones, very important for bones, calcium. Then iodine, a deficiency of iodine causes goiter, deficiency of iron causes anemia. So all this. Next is the antioxidants. So what are antioxidants? First we need to know that what is oxidation. So in this, free radicals or free electrons are present which form a chain reaction. They react and causes degeneration or aging of body tissues. Okay, so to prevent this we need to have antioxidants in our diets. Okay, also carotenes, we need to take carotenes which is found in vegetables like carrots. Also we need to take citrus fruits now to prevent oxidation. So there is one question that a regular intake of fresh fruits and vegetables is recommended in the diet since they are a good source of antioxidants. How do antioxidants help a person maintain health and promote longevity? So the options are: they activate the enzymes necessary for vitamin synthesis and prevent vitamin deficiency. Second is they prevent excessive oxidation of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins to help avoid unnecessary wastage of energy. So antioxidant has nothing to do with energy. Third is they neutralize the free radicals produced in the body during metabolism. So this is the correct answer. Fourth is they activate certain genes in the cell which delay aging. So there is nothing to do with the genes. So this is also wrong. Second, second way through which non-communicable diseases can be caused is through our lifestyle. So they are the cardiovascular system, affects our cardiovascular system like our blood pressure, heart disease, hypertension, diabetes. Diabetes is also caused due to a lifestyle disease and also a hormonal disease which is due to the lack of insulin. Next is the mental disease, like we go through anxiety, depression, bipolar and all. Fourth is the genetic diseases. In genetic diseases we'll talk in detail about this, about the genetic diseases. Fifth is the cancer. So cancer, will talk about the causes. It is caused through mutation, also genetic, through radiation exposure, through diet and lifestyle, viral, and idiopathic, means its cause is unknown. So in this, the uncontrolled cell division or growth of tissue which leads to abnormal growth of tissue. There is benign and malignant. Okay, so in benign there is a tumor which is not spread. Tumor is not spread all through the body, but it malignant, it is spread to other parts of the body. Okay, which this disease is spread to other part of the body. A question is there that it begins as a single cell and grows into a merciless disease that claims millions of lives year after year. But scientists are studying unlocking its mysteries, and the fight against it may now have reached a dramatic turning point. New discoveries promise better therapies and hope in the war against it. And there was a dash, and this question was asked in the UPSC prelims exam, and the answer is cancer. Next, we'll talk about alpha toxin. So this will understand with the help of a question. So let's see that improper handling and storage of cereal grains and oil seeds result in production of toxins called alpha toxins, which are not generally destroyed by the normal cooking process. They are produced by, options are bacteria, protozoa, molds, and viruses. So the answer is molds, which is the fungus, and the fungus is Aspergillus. So it is caused due to a fungus, alpha toxins. So this was all about today. Thank you so much.